Here is how I transitioned to a new career that better fits my lifestyle. Switching careers is never easy, especially when you're trying to do that in your 30s, 40s, 50s, or even older. It's not an easy fit, but it is not rocket science either. In 2021, I, yours gracefully, took a leap of faith and moved to a new country to acquire more knowledge to aid my career switch. I made that move for certain reasons, which I would explain better soon. I had worked in my previous field for 11 years before making this career switch. So, if like me, you're thinking of switching careers to something more flexible, something that aligns better with your goals and aspirations, and you think it's too late, I'm here to let you know that it is never too late. If I can do it, you can do it. So, use me as a good example. You've got this. Hello, gracious ones. If this is your first time here, welcome, and I hope it won't be your last time. My name is Grace. I am a data scientist and an engineer by profession. I am so many other things outside my profession, which is one of the reasons why I really needed a career switch, because I really needed a flexible career. That's why I decided to make that switch. Prior to making the career switch, I was working as a full-time engineer, fully registered engineer with the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria. That's current, and a corporate member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, a member of the Nigerian Society of Chemical Engineers, and you know, all the good stuff. During the COVID-19 pandemic, I had to take part in more deep dive workshops at work, and invariably, I had to collect and work with more data than I used to. And so I started, getting more exposed to data exploration, data modeling, and other aspects of data science that, kept me excited and engaged. I then decided to investigate to see how data science can be used to solve more problems. And all these prompted my decision to pursue a career in data science. During the COVID-19 pandemic, some people were working fully from home, but I still had to do some commute because I had to do part of my work in the factory and some other part at home. I now started thinking about jobs that can give me the opportunity to work 100% remote. And, when conditions or situations like that warranted it, I could at least say I can be at home like other people. And that's when I saw that data science and data analytics, which was already something I was already growing or developing an interest in, is some kind of job that can give me that opportunity I was looking for. I then decided to make it, more concrete. I started researching for schools that offered full master's degree in data science. To my shock, I couldn't find any in Nigeria that offered that full master's degree at that time. I saw some part-time courses. I saw some abridged version of the course, but I couldn't see the full course that spanned all the things I wanted to learn. And then I expanded my search to more schools, and I found some schools in the UK. Initially, I thought of doing the course remotely from Nigeria, but when I looked at the cost and all, and I was like, okay, I think it's wiser to move and study abroad. You agree with me that moving to another country is not easy, and more so when you are moving with a young family. So I was more convinced that I really needed to do this career switch because I need a job that will give me that flexibility to be able to balance my work and home responsibilities effectively, efficiently. And unlike when you are back home, you have support from extended members of your family, but here you're just you. Let's not even get it twisted. I had my own fair share of fears, doubts, challenges, about this career transition. I was scared because I didn't know what to expect. The level of uncertainty was really high. I was having questions in my mind like, how do I manage my finances as a full-time student? How many years masters do I want to do? All these were just dancing in my head. If you are an OG on this channel, you already know what your great girl went for. I went for a 2-year master's degree, which I explained to you all the 4 reasons why I did choose that. And I made a video and shared for you all to understand my reasons. I know that starting all over meant that I needed to apply for internships, graduate schemes, and so on. And I was very real with myself. Realistically, I told myself it might take me up to 5 years to get back to where I used to be in my career in Nigeria, that level. And that's helped me manage my expectations and saved me from unnecessary disappointments, to be honest. I began applying for internships, I applied for graduate schemes. So I want to let you know that if you can't find a job that is similar to what you were doing in your home country before you moved abroad, don't stress too much. Understand that you're starting afresh, you're taking baby steps, and give yourself some grace. Like fresh wine, I can guarantee you it gets better with time. I assure you. Here are some of the steps I took when I decided to make this career switch. First, I enrolled in a business analytics course from Harvard Business School online. I did that in December 2020. I did this because my first degree was in chemical engineering and I needed relevant courses and certifications to support my transition. And also, I wanted to let them know that I had additional qualifications that made me fit for that master's degree in applied data science, which was what I was going for. The business analytics course provided me with the basic and fundamental knowledge I needed. Following that, I also completed a Google Data Analytics professional course to further, prepare myself. And when I was applying for my master's degree, I mentioned that I did these courses and linked all the data analysis work I'd done in my previous roles. As a continuous improvement specialist, I linked them, found a way to connect them, and I just highlighted them and made them very valid for my application process. I also completed my master's program in applied data science. So these are the steps I took. I did some certifications, now did my master's program course, and I graduated with distinction. I know I don't think I can stop saying that because it wasn't an easy feat to achieve. So yes, I'm proud of that, and I just need to mention it when the opportunity provides itself. And during my studies, I undertook 2 summer internships in very well-known companies in the UK. During my second internship, I secured a full-time contract role, which led me to my current full-time employment in data science. All these are data-related roles. So as of now, I can say I have about 2 years worth of data science experience, and this continues to improve over time. And I just want to encourage those who are in the UK and starting their careers. It's important to remain patient and strategic. Planning and taking consistent small steps will definitely lead you to your goal. 1%, just getting yourself better 1% daily will definitely move you to where you want to be. So aim to improve daily and you will see significant advancement by the end of this year, 2025. We're still in January now. Give yourself grace and set realistic goals. Set realistic goals. I told you how I gave myself an average of 5 years to, find myself, getting close to where I was before I left Nigeria, if not above. So that doesn't mean you should what's the word? You should begin to think great, think big. But why thinking big, be realistic. Okay, yeah. I discovered that sometimes no one really cares about the number of years experience you have, what you did with that, what qualification you have. What they really want is the skill. So what I'm trying to say here is ensure you have the required skills, and if you don't, it's not too late. Begin to build the right skills. I told you how I registered for courses. So take those courses. There are so many free courses out there online that you can use to upskill yourself. You know, you need to sell yourself, build some sort of personal brand for yourself. One of my greatest shock was when I went through a series of essay writing, competency tests, interviews for graduate scheme. I had this graduate role and I was dropped at the assessment center stage because of my visa. It was a huge shock for me, but as always, I picked a lesson from it and then leveraged on the internship experiences I had already gathered and started applying for just full-time roles. I just told myself that I'm not going to go for graduate scheme, and it's worked out well for me. It really worked out well for me as I secured a full-time role as a data scientist in one of the UK's energy company. And one of my prayer points when I started my master's degree was that I do not want any gap between my graduation and when I start a full-time job. And that was exactly what happened. I planned well, and God had also decided to bless and crown that plan with success. So never underestimate the power of proper planning. So plan and pray for God's grace and pray that God perfects your plan. because God's plans are always perfect. You can look up Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. God's plans for us are those of good and not of evil. Plans to prosper us and not to harm us. So we're safe in His hands. So entrust your plans in His care and do your best and leave every other thing to Him. I also spent all my summer breaks for the 2 years of master's program. I spent all my summer breaks doing internships. So I had 2 internships in 2 different UK companies. The second internship commenced immediately after my graduation, and I got a full-time contract with the same company immediately afterwards. And I continued with that until I got my full-time job in the company where I currently work now. So I've done data-related roles in 3 different UK companies so far. It's all coming together, and we'll keep doing our best while praying and hoping for the best. If you are considering a career change, I'm here to tell you, if I can do it, so can you. If anybody is going to tell you that your plan is not going to work, make sure that person is not you. I'm rooting for you. Like I stated in my last video, I'll be doing some kind of data series on this channel, in addition to all the other good stuffs I do here, okay? If you have made a career change too in the past or recently, feel free to share your story in the comment section so we can learn. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section as well. Please don't forget to like and share this video so that more people can see it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe too. I love you. Stay graceful, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.